Today, it's all about this guy, the GoPro. So today I will show you the best settings, the tips and tricks to get the most out of your GoPro. Number 1, simply change the view of your image. You can simply go into the settings, and here under view you can choose between linear, wide and super view. So basically linear, then you have the more cinematic type look. If you choose wide, then it's the usual GoPro look. And under super view you have like a super wide screen that's like almost captures like 180 degrees of your image. Tip number 2, make sure Hypersmooth is enabled so you can get a real gimbal-like smooth shot. You can simply find it over here where you have the video stabilization, and make sure to put it on auto so it's basically going to be on everywhere it is available in terms of settings. So if you put it to 4K, yeah, as you can see here, stabilization is not supported, so you can't get 4K and 60 with the stabilization, but you can get 2.7K 60 frames per second, which I currently use on my GoPro. Number 3, use ProTune. ProTune is basically the color settings that you can change on your GoPro. So basically if you were to hear ProTune, make sure to enable ProTune so you can change the ISO, white balance, color profile, and also the sharpness, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. Number 4, set color mode to flat so you have more creative freedom in post-production. Number 5, adapt your ISO. In those ProTune settings, make sure that your minimum ISO is set to 100 and your maximum is set to 1600. If you don't know what ISO is, it's basically how sensitive the sensor of your GoPro is to light. A high ISO, for example, what's the max here, 6400, you're gonna get a very noisy image and it's not gonna look good at all. With 1600, it's already affecting the sensor. It's gonna be more light coming in, the image is gonna be brighter, but it's not gonna be too obvious. Tip number 6, set your sharpness on your GoPro to low so you can sharpen it in post-production. To set your sharpness to very low. I have it on high right now, but if you set it to low, the image is gonna look very smooth and not really sharp at all. But what is this going to cause is you're going to have more creative freedom in post-production, as you can then just tweak the sharpness in Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve or iMovie, wherever you edit your videos on. Tip number 7, manual exposure. To hold on here, and I was locking on to here, this is where the exposure is going to go, and if you then enable it, the exposure is going to stay there, and you can kind of manually expose the image. Tip number 8, Timelapse Mode. So if you swipe left from video mode, you're gonna get into Timelapse Mode, and I have a few tips here. For example, if you want to do a hyperlapse video, so you want the frame to move and not just stay in a single spot, make sure time warp video is selected. This is the mode where the Hypersmooth stabilization is gonna come in, and it's gonna basically create a stabilized video and then speed it up. This is basically how this works. Then if you, on the other hand, want to shoot a normal time-lapse video where you set your camera down and you wait for 30 minutes for the clouds to pass by, whatever you want to record, you have two options. You have time-lapse video, which is, this one is basically going to record an unstabilized video, so this is basically just for keeping the GoPro in one spot. The other option is to use time-lapse photo, so it's basically gonna take a photo every 2 seconds, and then you take it into Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve and kind of merge them together. Then it's gonna create that time-lapse video of like 24 frames per second. I think you get what I mean. If you want to shoot a night lapse, so probably all of you know these crazy time lapses where you see the Milky Way passing by and all those stars rotating. You can actually record this with your GoPro as well. When you come here, a time lapse for night, so it's gonna basically do long exposure shots every 2 seconds. Tip number 9, GoPros can actually shoot long exposure shots. If you go to the photo mode and hit the settings down here, you can actually go on night photo, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna create a long exposure shot. Tip number 10. Did you know there's a GoPro app where you can live stream your footage onto your phone via Bluetooth and actually change the settings on your phone? Alright, we're gonna click on Operate GoPro. And yeah, so as you can see, we have the live stream here. So as you can see, it works. And what you can actually do is you can change the video modes that you want to have selected. You can take a photo. Just, oh no, it's actually taking a video right now. As you can see, it's recording. So yeah, it is pretty fun to use, especially when you know, set the GoPro up somewhere else. And this is basically all you need to know about how to get the most out of your GoPro. And if you apply those settings, you're gonna spot a massive difference, especially with those color profiles and sharpness. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Help me out, I would really appreciate that. And if not, it's also alright. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.